Hey there, welcome to episode 2 of Food Crush with Marley. I am Marley. We have a very special dish for you guys today. We're going to do something Greek inspired. We're going to do chicken skewers with tzatziki. It's going to be really good. It's going to be really yummy. It's going to be pretty healthy as well. Let's get started. Alright, so I already have here my chicken breast, cubed, and ready to go. I have him sitting in a little salt brine, the cubes of chicken, and I've had them in the fridge for maybe an hour or so, nothing too crazy. The brining just kind of makes them more juicy, and we're going to be broiling these, so I think that the salt's just going to help everything just stay together and have it be juicy. I'm going to drain this. Alright, that's good. And I also have here skewers, because we're going to be broiling at a really high temperature. These skewers have been sitting in a water bath for, I don't know, a few hours. I just got home a few hours ago, so I did that, and these are very wet indeed. Cool. So we're going to go ahead and build the marinade in the bowl with the chicken. No point in making an extra mess. We're just going to marinate this, and then we're going to toss everything before we bake. So the thing that we really need to put on this marinade is pretty simple. I'll be right back. It's very simple. So all we're going to need really is olive oil. This is my olive oil giver, which, if you remember last episode, was being a little bit finicky. It's being okay now. So we have our olive oil here, and again, because we're using olive oil at this point, we're not going to need to further grease the pan or the rack that we're going to be broiling them on, because they're going to already be pretty good and oily. Salt. I love salt. I read a book about salt. It's the only rock that humans consume, and it has very magical properties, which I don't remember, but in the moment I loved it. We're also going to add some black pepper. Be generous with it. Like all my spices and how I do it, I'm just pretty generous with it. You want to have flavor, but you don't want it to be too crazy. I can smell the pepper now, so that's a good point to stop. I also have here organic dried oregano. You could use non-organic. You could also use fresh if you like. I really like the dry just because it's just easier to use, and I just feel like it kind of adds to the marinade a little bit better. And I always like to get a little bit in my hand and just kind of like mix it up just to get the oils out of the dry oregano leaves. And I just kind of like to just, with my hand, just kind of grind it all in. We're going to do a little bit more because I love oregano. Last summer, my fiance and I, we were in Olympia, Washington, visiting some friends, and my good friend Shannon made us Greek burgers with tzatziki, and this is somewhat inspired by that meal. I'm going to try to recreate her tzatziki to the closest I can get it to, but it's going to be my recipe. Alright, so yes. Next, take a lemon, and we're going to grate the rind into the marinade. Wash your fruit, wash your lemons all the time. Cool. Alright, so just a few kind of easy grates of the lemon skin is so good. Oh, smell that. It smells like a lemon. So I'm glad I picked out the right fruit. So we have the lemon, we're done with that. We have the grater, we're done with that. We're gonna add the garlic. That's the next step. I like this little like garlic smasher. I don't want garlic all over my hands. It's a little sticky and weird. Not weird, but just a little sticky. And this garlic has a little bit of a blemish on it, so if you see that with your garlic, just cut that right out. No big deal, no big deal. And I'm using 2 cloves here, both about medium size, nothing too crazy, nothing too big. And I'm just gonna quickly give these a smash, get the skin off. I'm gonna put it in this very simple little basket thing. And we're gonna give it an old smash-a-roo. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Perfect, that looks like a really good amount of garlic. Oof. Okay, now that the marinade's kind of like done, I need to preheat my oven. So like I said, we're gonna be doing a broil. So I'm gonna put it to broil. You wanna do like 500 and start it. And we are going to now prepare the marinade and skewer the chicken skewers. All right, get in there, mix everything up. Ugh, raw chicken, feels so weird. And you wanna maybe get like, I'm using the medium length skewers. And you wanna do about about four per skewer, nothing too crazy. I don't like to make them too packed because I want it to be very easy to eat. All right, so we're still doing this. And this marinade just smells amazing. These I already know are gonna taste fantastic. Make sure that you guys like and subscribe to our channel for more content coming up very shortly. We have a lot of different videos in the works, and if you have any recipe ideas that you want to share with us, please go ahead and share. These are nearly done. We are so there, almost. Also, every time you use raw chicken, I'm wearing gloves. Be careful. Better safe than sorry. So these are good to go. Got a little bit of garlic here that we're gonna throw on there. This is gonna go in the sink. I'm gonna put these back in the fridge while I make the tzatziki. And they're gonna stay in there for a little bit, and when we get back, we are gonna make that tzatziki. Welcome back, Crushables. It's me, Marley. So my chicken is in the fridge marinating. I already had it on the skewers. It's gonna be a pretty easy, pretty quick recipe. Now I have everything prepared here to make my tzatziki. It's gonna be so good. What I really need first for tzatziki is you need a Greek yogurt. I'm using this brand Greek Gods, but really you can use anything. Use what's ever in your price range, use what you feel comfortable with. I would say stick with Greek yogurt, or maybe do like a labna if you want to go really crazy. That's like a Lebanese yogurt, which is so good. But for the sake of this dish, because we want it to be more savory, the Greek yogurt is gonna be super powerful. So I'm gonna do this whole thing because why not? We're gonna just get it all in there. It's very thick. That's what she said. That's what he said. That's what we all said. We like them thick. We like them juicy. We like them round. It's warm in here, y'all. Okay, we're gonna do the cucumber. Obviously, I don't need this whole cucumber, so I'm gonna just slice off the end. I kind of find the end a little bit bitter, so I don't really like to use it as much. And I would say maybe we're gonna just grate about a third or so of it. Cool, perfect. And when you're grating, you have to just be really careful. Obviously, it's a grater. Don't get your fingers. I really want to go to Oaxaca in Mexico. I love Oaxacan food. And I've just heard that the sunsets in Mexico, especially in that region, are just wow. So I definitely want to do that. That's good enough. So I got right here a good amount of grated cucumber. What I'm gonna do, because we don't need extra moisture in the Greek yogurt, I'm just gonna take it over to the sink here, and we're just gonna give it another. All right, that should be good. We're gonna toss that in, and it already looks so fresh and so healthy. You guys are just gonna go crazy over this. Next, because we have the grater out, let's just get the lemon zest grated into here. And just like the marinade, you want to do an amount that seems good. Like I would say, like go ahead and at least try to get like half of it, half of the peel if you can, or a quarter of the peel of the lemon into it. It's going to stick to the inside of it, so you might have to fish it out. Luckily, the inside is not as sharp as the outside at all. I got some here. Also, I don't recommend you guys do that. You guys don't. Great, that's done. And we are going to get started on the seasonings. So normally you guys can chop the herbs. I am making this for myself, so I'm just going to hand do the herbs. I'm gonna just like rip into them, doing various sizes. With mint, it's a good idea to just give it a little tap. You give it a little slap, brings out the flavor, super hard, and
you know.
Just kidding. I love mint. It's super, super good. Like I said, it's just overall bomb. All right. I'm gonna wipe the old brow because. All right. So now I'm gonna move on to the dill. This dill is very beautiful. You want to try to like avoid getting the stems and just get the like leaf part or the little green part. And dill is really a flavor that's synonymous with tzatziki, so you just want to kind of like go for it. Don't hold back on the dill. I would say you want to do like at least like 2-3 tablespoons. And like I said, I'm just kind of ripping this up just cape band style with my hands, and that's totally good. If you want to be a pro about it and like show off your knife skills to your girlfriend or boyfriend or guidance counselor, you go to town. All right, we're also going to do some of the essential seasonings. Pepper, we love it as humans. We love to put it in all of our food. And then we're going to throw in a little bit more oregano. Oh my god, this is smelling so good. Also, yeah, don't skip on the oregano. Oregano is like a very important spice in Greek cuisine. We're going to give this a mix. This is just going to be what we want with our chicken. It's just going to be so, so tasty and so, so fresh. And we're gonna just love it. Olive oil. If my olive oil giver will do, oh look, there it goes. She's come back to life, darling. So we're gonna just throw a little bit of olive oil in there. The extra fat is just gonna kind of like contrast with all the fresh things that we put in the yogurt and kind of help keep everything together a little bit better. And we're gonna also just keep this in the fridge so it'll get really nice and like formed, I guess, for a thing that's probably technically a liquid dip. I'm gonna just give it a little bit more salt just because. And now, should I give it a little whirl? I'm going to taste it. That is so, so good. I think we're missing a little bit more of this. I'm gonna add it. I'm gonna put this in the fridge. When we get back, we're gonna get the chicken skewers and the good brother. Hey guys, we're back. I'm having a little wine just while we let everything kind of simmer and hang out a little bit. We're about to throw the chicken in the oven. So come on over and I'm going to show you how it's done. We've had our oven preheating. We have our pan in here already ready to go. It's hot. And we're just going to take, you hear that sizzle? Oh yeah, that's what you're looking for. Chicken takes about 15-20 minutes to cook, especially chicken breast. It's gonna cook a little bit faster. But we also have our handy thermometer here because chicken has to be at an internal temperature of 165 at least for it to be healthy for human consumption. We love dill. We love mint. We like the wine. So juicy. You're gonna taste the grape. Thank you. Hey guys, so it's been about half way through the cooking process for the chicken. I'm gonna check this out. I'm gonna take the pan out of the oven. I'm gonna flip the skewers. I'm gonna raise the rack so they're a little closer to the broiler itself. And so because we really want to get that like nice golden brown. So let's go do that, guys. Have a good sturdy oven mitt. Try not to use the rack. I feel like you can really burn yourself with the rack. So, ooh yeah. These are looking nice and steamy. I'm gonna take those off. Get this guy. And raise it all the way to the top. And these should be very easy to flip. And they are. So we did that. Yeah, she just did that. And these are going to go right back in. Right there. Marley back here. So my chicken is really having a good time in there. The chicken is just about done. We're going to hit the cancel button on there. And while we're going to just let the oven just like, you know, be off for a second before we take anything out, I'm going to get my tzatziki because we're going to be cleaning. Oh. And this tzatziki is looking very, oh, it smells so good. It just smells generally really good in here, in this room right now. It's incredibly hot. I am sweating on my lower back. And I'm sweating kind of everywhere. Don't worry about that loud sound. I'm sweating everywhere. What I am going to do with this is I'm going to give it a little bit more pepper. Just so I like to have it on top, giving that like little edge. I'm gonna mix that in. And I believe the chicken should be totally ready, so we're gonna go take that out. That's all mixed, ready and waiting for us. Let's see how these look, you guys. Oh yeah, baby. So these are looking exactly how you want them to. I'm gonna do a pretty simple plating of this dish right now. We're basically just gonna do some tatziki on the bottom of the plate here. And you know, be generous with it. We made the whole canister, jug, whatever you call that thing, of it. Oh yeah. We're gonna throw in a little bit more dill around. Just to make it look really pretty. You know, the Greeks are a very aesthetic people, so we have to honor them. And then I'm going to lay the chicken on top. With souvlaki, you traditionally always get 2 skewers. And they're normally placed on top of a bed of tzatziki as well. We're going to take a few tomatoes. They are just going to go here. Tomato is another very heavily used Greek ingredient. As a Romanian, I know our food styles are very similar. I have a Greek olive mix here that's pitted. They're so good. My fiance and I just couldn't stop snacking on these when we first started shooting today, and we're gonna eat all of them at the end of this. So I'm just gonna put some right in the middle there. You're gonna need more oregano, just on top. Just kind of go nuts on that. We are gonna do a little lemon wedge. That's gonna go right there. The Greeks also love their olive oil. It's just amazing. We're just gonna put the olive oil on there, put the olive oil on there, and that is your chicken souvlaki with homemade tzatziki. I'm gonna do a little bit of the mix of the tzatziki with the chicken. Girl. The chicken is perfect.
The tzatziki, you've never had like this.
Thanks again, you guys, for watching. Come back again soon. I love cooking for you guys. Let's keep the crush going.